Welcome, guys. This is your market front coach, Claude Billy. I'm excited to be here. Those are all bringing in us huddled up. Today is a very exciting day because today marks the very first inaugural split testing Thursday. Give it a hand clap, everybody. Give it a hand clap for that. Give it a hand clap. Give me a hand applause. All right, guys. I really enjoyed being here today. So this literally, guys, I've been live now. Say Monday, Wednesday, third time. So it's my third time being live this week. And I decided to kind of split up the my whole marketing front of profits method into 3 live sessions, right? I start off with marketing front of Monday, which is basically going over your sales funnel. I kind of started off with this talking a lot about the whole system, right? The traffic and the sales funnel. Um, in the first couple of episodes, I spent a lot of time on the traffic portion of the whole marketing funnel. But then I decided, you know what? Maybe I should split this up. And there's also another reason why I want to split this up because really content is king, and the more content you have out there, the better off it is. So I could actually just do one long, once a week, live session, and then maybe chop up that video recording into individual video posts up to YouTube and Facebook and all that good stuff, right? But you know what? That's a lot of editing. I really don't want to do all that. And so it's really easy, actually easier for me to just go live, be like this with you guys. And so if you find it hard to kind of sit down and record a video and edit it and, to post it back up there, because I did do that a couple months ago, and man, it was a lot of work. I'll just rather this, hey, just go live. I already kind of know what I'm going to talk about, right? You're already the expert and authority, what you've been doing for years. So it's not like hard. We're just trying to figure out how you want to say it. Don't even worry about it because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The very first time you start doing this, no one's going to be paying attention. I mean, straight up, no one's going to pay attention. So you're going to put all that work in, and no one's going to pay attention to it. So just go live. No one's still going to pay attention, but at least you have the content, the material out there. So when people start coming live, they're going to see it. So anyway. So I decided to break it up. And so yesterday we talked about website traffic Wednesday. I talked a little bit more about how the our website traffic strategy is. And that was our second phase of our marketing funnel profits philosophy and method, right? And so now today we're going to talk about the third part of our phase, which is optimization. But you're probably saying you're talking about optimization club, but you call it split testing. Well, be honest with you, split testing is sounding cooler. I don't think anyone want to hear me say optimization, but it might. But anyway, split testing is a step inside of my optimization phase. And so I call it split test Thursday because a lot of the times we're going to talk about actual split testing, right? Because once we talk about phase 1 of optimization, which is basically knowing your metrics, right? And knowing how to record and track, it's pretty much set and done, right? We'll briefly go back to that, but most of our time in this phase and optimization phase is going to be about using split tests to optimize our funnel. Okay. So with that being said, you guys might be thinking, all right, Claude, exactly what is split testing, right? So that might be something you're thinking about. So what is actually split testing? So what is split testing? So I got a little hint here. If everyone knows what split testing is, you want to type it in the chat. Greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and type it in the chat. All right. Let me move some things around so I can just write. Give me a second. All right. So we got any names in the chat there? All right. So what is split testing? All right. We're going to talk about what is split testing here. Hopefully you guys can still hear me good. Sounds like my mic levels look good still. All right. So what is split testing? Well, let me change my ink color here for you. Split testing is really nothing more than you're going to be comparing two versions of something and measuring how they perform. That's split testing. That's really the definition of split testing, right? It's basically a technique that statisticians, engineers, experimenters, scientists, whatever you want to call yourself, right? is what you use to actually get accurate data on what version performs better. Okay, that's what split testing is, right? It's actually a method, a statistical method that we use to get statistical significance to determine which version is actually better than the other based upon your performance metric. Okay. So that's split testing. I just kind of wanted to just give you guys the overview what split testing is, and that's why we call it split testing. So what I want to do is now is kind of go back to my marketing method profits, right? Because this is just an introduction to the split testing Thursday live stream podcast. And so I kind of want to give you the foundation of what we're going through and what we're doing. So, it all falls in part of my overall philosophy and strategy, marketing strategy for getting leads and sales consistently, predictably, and profitably. There's three phases, right? There's the funnel phase, there's a traffic phase, and then there's going to be the optimization phase. Okay. And so today in Market Funnel Monday, we heavily talk about the funnel phase, and then website traffic Wednesday, we heavily talk about traffic phase. And then now on Thursday, split testing Thursday, we'll talk about heavily about the optimization phase. Okay. And in the optimization phase is really what it sounds like, right? Is optimizing your marketing funnel, right? To get the best results. Okay. And we're going to do that by analyzing the current results that we're getting from our funnel. And we're going to use certain key performance indexes to measure the performance of our funnel, right? In each step of the funnel, right? In each step of our funnel, we're going to measure the key performance indexes. So let me kind of share that with you. What I somewhat mean by that when I say that. So if we look at it here, so let's say we have a funnel, right? So we have a opt-in page, right? So they're gonna get some kind of something for free. That's usually what the opt-in page is, right? And then they go to another page here. That might be your thank you page, but you might also be trying to sell something at the same time. So so it might be a sales page too. You're thanking them for getting the opt-in, but they're also going to sell them on something, right? And then you go to the next phase, and then you might say, they go to your shopping cart, and then they buy, right? And then they go, oops, I'm off the page here. So I'm get a small arrow. And then they go to your thank you page, right? Which they received, they bought, right? So what we're talking about when we're talking about optimizing, right? At each step, right? The whole goal is for them to go from this step to that step to that step to that step, right? That's the whole goal, right? From this step to go to the opt-in page. So, actually, I forgot one more thing. Let me put in here. Let's say your traffic, right? Oh, you guys can't read that. Traffic, right? So we're going to measure. What we want to do is measure at each stage of the game. So, okay, how well are we getting our traffic to our opt-in page? All right. What's the measurement? What's the measure? What's the index we're looking there, right? We're looking for click-through rate, right? Or cost per lead, right? To get here, right? So actually, cost per click, right? Click-through rate and cost per click, right? And then what we're looking here, we have opt-in page, right? To go to thank you page. So what are we looking at here? I'm giving you guys, we're gonna have another metric that's gonna be here, and that's gonna be looking at your click-through rate, right? So the click-through page, also your conversion rate. Actually, we want the conversions, we're actually looking at conversion rate. And then we go from the sales page to shopping cart. That's gonna be your click-through rate, right? And then we go from shopping cart to your thank you page, and that's gonna be your conversion rate again, right? So each step of the game is gonna be benchmark metrics that we're gonna be using to compare our actual results to what we should be doing on average based upon our industry, right? And so that's how we know where is the weak link. So that is all a part of our analytics right here. That's our analytics is trying to find out what is the weakest link in our funnel. What is the leak? Is our weakest link here, 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 right? So if these numbers are low compared to industry average, then we got a problem for conversion rate. So now we need to look at our opt-in. What's wrong with our page? What is wrong with our page, right? Or if the conversion, if we're not getting people to go from here to the shopping cart, what is wrong with our thank you page and sales page, right? If we're not getting, are they actually going reading our entire page? How much time are they spending on their page, right? What's going on here? And if they're going from our shopping cart to our thank you page and the numbers are low, we're not getting actual sales, then what's the problem with our shopping cart? Is something going on here? We don't have enough information. So, and then our traffic, right? Are we getting enough people to our opt-in page, right? We might not be getting enough people there to actually evaluate the entire funnel. So those are the things that we have to go through, and those are the things that we have to think about when we do our optimization phase. So we really, a lot of times, guys, you guys probably already have a marketing funnel out there, and you already implemented it. You got you know, you're doing paid advertising, and you're sending traffic to it, and you think it doesn't work, but technically it probably will work. I want to tell you guys this, it will work. You have to just perfect it. That's all. I mean, this is like anything in life, right? You have a plan, and a lot of times you gotta make small tweaks to perfect it, right? Because you might find out anything like, in coaching football, you got a playbook. Here's the play, guys. Run the play. What do you find out? Well, not everybody's running the routes right, right? They're not really happened to me this past season. Actual players were not running the right routes. So the quarterback was like scrambling, but no one's in the right position, so he threw a lot of interceptions, right? Or they couldn't find it. We could convert and get first downs because people running the right routes, right? They weren't clearing out on a run play. The wide receivers weren't clearing out the lane so the running back can actually run, right? In this coaching flag football. If they're not running the right routes, right, the timing's off, everything's off, right? So you have to make sure that you're running the right routes and in sports, whatever it may be, in your discipline. But that might just take a lot of practice, right? And so a lot of times you say it doesn't work because you don't have the experience and you're not looking at and optimizing, right? So when you practice in sports, right, you got a play that you're going to run, and you run, you practice the play to see if it's actually going to, how well people executing the play. If everyone's executing the play and it still doesn't work, then you know you have a bad play. But technically, usually everyone's not executing the play right. And so if your funnel's not working, it's because something's going wrong. Something's not right compared to how we planned it to work out. And that could be any stage of this funnel that we're talking about here, right? So any stage of this funnel could be the weak link. So we have to determine what is actually the weak link. All right. And so that is really our analytics and what we're doing to optimize. So now when we look at the experimental phase, right? So now we kind of determine, hey guys, we found out the area where our weakest link is. Okay. So now we need to run an experiment, see what we need to do to make it better, right? What do we need to do if we have a bad conversion rate from people opting into the thank you page? What do we need to do to make it better? There's a lot. So what's on our opt-in page that we need to change to make it better? Now, the experiment is very important. The experiment is very important because you want to do it right. You don't just want to go, okay, so and so said this, so let me just change everything, right? And just change it. You don't want to do it that way. And the reason why you don't want to do it that way because you can even make your funnel perform worse. Literally, you can make it perform worse if you do it that way, right? It's a high risk when you just completely just change stuff without a methodical method, because then you don't know how to get it back. So the experiment is really methodical, analytical experiment, right? We're really analyzing, we're really being theoretical, and we're really using experimental techniques, proven experimental techniques. And that proven experimental techniques is one of the simplest ones is called a split test, where you're gonna have two versions of something, or sometimes also known as A/B testing. You have two versions of something. You're gonna have your baseline version compared to your alternate version, right? The alternate version is what you're trying to test to see if that one's better than your baseline. And once you run the experiment where you got the same amount of traffic, so you theoretically, right, you can make an educated statistical mathematical decision that says that one version is better than the other, right, with significant difference, right? And there's a way you analyze it, and you have to have a certain sample size, right, in order to do that. Just kind of have, like 5 clicks and say, oh, this one's better. No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, right? You have to have a large enough sample size to determine if it's actually better than the other. And through statistics, we do that. Now, and you guys might be going, oh my gosh, Claude, no, statistics. I don't want to do statistics, right? You're like, I don't want to do statistics, right? So, hey, I'm just telling you right here, right? Don't you worry. I'm not going to go theoretical, take you back to statistics 101 or 202 or 303 class here, right? This is the power of the modern day age. There's a bunch of software. All you got to do is plug in numbers, and then it'll tell you which one's statistically better or not, right? So all you gotta know is I gotta run this test long enough to get enough data in order for me to determine statistically if which version of the other is better. And a lot of your marketing funnel somewhere software out there already has built-in split tests. I use Kartra, it already has it in there, and it automatically do it for you, right? But you also have third-party software you can use to do it yourself, right? And then if you really want to be like a nerdy guy like me, because I got some statistical background and I'm a little nerdy about it, right? And if you want to go something beyond just a normal split test, you can do what we call design of experiment. That's really where you can actually methodically evaluate, compare more than just 2 versions. You can compare up to 4 versions or 6 versions or 8 versions or 20 versions if you wanted to, as long as you send enough traffic to it, right? And then you can get the results that way, right? That's when you get that's big boy stuff right there, right? Big person stuff right there. But for easy simplicity, for most people, we're just gonna do A/B testing. So Facebook ads. So if Facebook ads is split testing, right? Yes, they use the split testing. That's all they're doing, right? They're sending traffic. Now I will tell you this little caveat. I'm not gonna give you I'm not gonna spill the beans on you here, but split testing on Facebook ads, they use a very they don't their confidence level that they when they say a winner is not very high. So I was just my word of caution. And we'll talk about more about that in split testing Thursday, right? But if you guys want, there's a video out there somewhere, and I might put the little link up here where I talked about split testing on Facebook ads and what I learned from it. And I'll make sure that that info card pops up right about here so that so that you know that you can go click on it later and go check it out, or I'll put it in the description if you want to check it out there too as well. All right, so that is experiment, right? That is experiment stage. Let me switch back. So that is our experiment stage here. So then the last stage here is just refine, right? And all it is really this continuous improvement, right? Once we figure out the winner, which version is better than the other, then we're gonna say, boom, all right, that version is better. Now, what's the next weak link in our funnel, right? What's the next weak link in our funnel? Let's go fix that. Here's the next weak link. All right, let's apply split testing again and refine it and make it even better. That's how we just keep improving and making your one funnel that you created one time, right? Russell Brunson says one funnel away, right? I'm saying you just need one funnel. Just optimize it, and you're gonna make it better, right? Just start with one funnel. Don't just keep on trying different funnels. Just start with one funnel and get that to be the best funnel that possibly can, right? So we're gonna optimize our funnels here, guys, right? Because the funnel systems are all work. It's just all about what you say on the funnel, right? It's all about your content and how you deliver it, right? But all the funnels work. Doesn't matter. We can go to Russell Bronson's book, go get a .com. So you just pick a funnel, use it, and it's gonna work. You just have to make sure you optimize. It's not a failure because he done it. It's gonna work. So if you're trying a proven technique, a proven funnel that some expert has done, and you know they've done it, and you tried it and you say it doesn't work, no, get that out your head. It's not that it doesn't work. It's that you need to optimize it to make it better. All right. All right. So that's it. That is our refinement stage, guys. That is what we have here. Now I'm gonna look to see if we have any. We've been going for about 20 minutes here. And that's really it for our introductory for split testing Thursday, guys. So if there's any questions, please feel free to leave your questions in the I'm looking over here off the side. So if you got any questions in the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave your questions in the chat. Now, if you're watching the recorded version of this, go ahead. You can still leave your question there. Here's how I want you to leave your question though, right? So I want you to type the letter Q, capital Q, with the semicolon or colon, doesn't matter, or comma, space, and then type your question. That way I know it's an actual question, and then I'll go right in and answer your question for you. Even if you're watching the recorded version of this, technology now allows me to get a notification when there's a comment that pops up, right? And I'll go in and be able to answer your question from my phone. Okay. Now, also one more caveat, guys. If you truly like this, I want you to like and share this video, right, with others, right? If you like it and share it, because one, this motivates me to do better and better and better. Also, if you want to leave in the comments what kind of stuff you having trouble with as far as as far as optimizing your funnel, leave that in there, and I'll make it one of our agenda topics for our next upcoming live stream event. So really, guys, it's going to be something I know it's going to bring value to you. And like I said, I'm breaking up the whole entire marketing funnel profit system that I developed, and I'm going to just break it up in 3 parts: marketing funnel Monday, What's Up Traffic Wednesday, and then Thursday is going to be our split testing Thursday. We're talking about optimizing your funnel. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, guys. Oh, by the way, if you do want a copy of the actual funnel here that I'm sharing, right? If you want a copy of this roadmap here, I would love to give it to you. No problem at all. Just let me know in the chat. Hey, man, I want a copy, a PDF version of Market Funnel Profits, and I'll get you a link out there. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this session. If you do, give me a hand clap. Right, do in the comments. Even if you're watching the recorded version, God bless you all. Have a blessed night.